So for this painting we'll be using the colors black, white, then sky blue, a cobalt blue and an orange. Then for the surface we'll use a textured paper, a mixing palette. Brushes we'll use a detail brush, two medium-sized round brushes and a large flower brush, and a container for placing water.
We'll start by wetting the texture paper with a large round brush and then starting off with the sky blue. I'm going to use a large round brush to tap the sky blue onto the wet areas and blend. Similarly, I'll just give a little bit of blue at the bottom half of the paper to mimic the reflection and then blend in with a little bit of white downwards. Next we'll go on to orange using the same brush. I'll just add a little bit of water and just blend in the orange onto the sky. I'll use a little bit more brighter tone, blend it with the water and just fill in the whole area. Using the large brush we can cover large areas very quickly. I'm doing it similarly onto the water reflection, just pulling the large round brush sideways, adding a lot of water so that the paint blends and we can cover large areas, just filling it in. Now using a detail brush, I'm just going to outline the land area, just keeping the brush perpendicular to the paper and just demarcating the areas where the land is going to be. Similarly, I'll outline the tree, the branches, just to have an idea on how to build up the tree, just pulling it upward. Now using the same detail brush, I'll just outline the area where the reflection of the land comes in and also the reflection of the tree, just to build it up later on. Now I'll use a large round brush and just blend in the reflection onto the paper. Now using the medium sized round brush, I'll just fill in the land area with black, giving adequate amount of water so that the paint flows well, just filling in the outlines with the black. Now moving on to the further away land area, we'll mix a little bit of cobalt blue, a little bit of black and get that bluish black and fill in the land that we see a little further away, just mixing to get the correct shade and just filling in. Use it similarly for the other side too, just outlining the area and then filling it in with the same color. Now I will fill in a little bit of bluish, the same bluish shade onto the reflection area too, to get that effect, and just fill in all the areas that I feel is inadequate. Just build it up in layers and just finishing the reflection as well as the land area. Now moving on to the tree bark, I'm just using the same medium sized round brush and I'm just thickening it out, just filling in areas wherever it's not enough. Now using the thin detail brush, I'm once again going to outline the branches with the thin brush and just pulling it perpendicularly onto the surface. We'll just create branches for the tree, and then later on fill it with leaves. Maybe create a 3 or 4 branching and small divisions again. I'll create similar lines on the reflection too to mimic the branches. Now using the same detail brush, I'm just going to keep on dabbing near the branches to recreate the leaves. I'm shifting to a medium-sized round bird to get the effects faster. Just keep on dabbing the paintbrush near the branches. Now I will just add one more layer of orange in the sky to highlight the sky and make it a little bit more brilliant sky. So just using a large round brush, a lot of water, I'm just going to dab it near the land. Similarly, in the reflection also, I'll just add a little bit more orange to make the reflection brighter. So whatever you're doing in the sky, have it in mind to also recreate in the reflection. So I'm just adding that bright orange again. Now going on to add our sun, we'll use a medium-sized round brush. Just take the white paint and create a circle, and there you have it, your sun. Now the same reflection, we will build it up again with white. Just put a round in the water and continue blending in the sky. We had a little bit of white remaining, so I just used it up to blend the sky. Now we'll move on to our reflection. We can use a thin detail brush and just create lines over the area that we have painted for the reflection. This recreates the shimmering light that falls on the water, and we can see the flow happening when we do this, and we can do it through and through. Now where the sun is, I'm just going to add a little bit more white to recreate that sunlight effect, and also maybe push the reflection of the sun a little bit more closer to the land area, and just keep on using the small detail brush and pulling the white sideways. Now to recreate the shadow effect on the reflection, I'm going to use a little bit of grayish black and pull the similar kind of strokes on the water. I'll just add a little bit of bushes near the bark of the tree to add the final details. I'll also add a few birds in the sky to finish it off using the thin detail brush, just finely drawing thin lines and trying to create the birds flying in the sky effect. And we will finish off the painting, and there you have it, your sunset painting. I hope you enjoyed creating this painting.